Hello MotoGP enthusiasts, welcome back to ZNGP today. Frankie Carchedi, Marc Marquez's technical chief at Gresini Racing, shares his insights after Sunday's racing at the Autódromo Internacional do Algarve. Despite Marquez's incident with Pecco Bagnaia, Carchedi remains optimistic about their performance and looks ahead to the upcoming Grand Prix in Texas. Pedro Acosta, the rookie sensation in MotoGP, has cheekily commented on his overtake of Marc Marquez at the Qatar MotoGP, likening it to Marquez's early career antics against Valentino Rossi. Acosta's bold move has not only gained him attention but also marked him as a promising talent in the sport. Ducati's MotoGP satellite teams face uncertainty as negotiations heat up over bike allocation for the 2025 season. With talks ongoing between Ducati and Pramac, the possibility looms that Pramac may receive only one factory-spec bike next year, potentially reshaping the dynamics of MotoGP's satellite teams. Let's delve into the latest developments and their implications for the upcoming season. Following Liberty Media's acquisition of Dorna Sports and MotoGP, questions arose about potential changes similar to those implemented in Formula One, particularly regarding the presence of grid girls. While F1 ceased using grid girls in 2018, MotoGP has clarified that there are currently no plans to remove umbrella-holding women from the starting grid, emphasizing the importance of freedom of choice. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Carchedi emphasizes the significance of adapting to new circuits, especially ones where no official tests have been conducted. He acknowledges the challenge but praises Marquez's ability to quickly find a setup that works despite the limited track time. Doing a test before Qatar on the same track helps, but when you go to Portimao, you have about 20 laps and then you have to do Q2 directly. That's when you understand how prepared you are. Frankie Carchedi's perspective by Motosan. Carchedi expresses unwavering confidence in Marquez's abilities, particularly his adaptability to the Ducati. Despite the incident with Bagnaia, Carchedi highlights Marquez's impressive performance in Portugal and praises his consistency and determination. That everything has worked is not in doubt. Marc Marquez's times demonstrated it, and ultimately, also the results achieved. Frankie Carchedi's confidence. Looking ahead to the next race at Circuit of the Americas, Carchedi anticipates another strong performance from Marquez. He notes Marquez's dominance at the circuit in the past and believes that Marquez only has to challenge himself to succeed. Now comes Texas, a circuit where Marc Marquez has practically never had rivals. Or rather, a circuit in which Marc Marquez always had to fear only himself. Frankie Carchedi's anticipation. Frankie Carchedi's assessment highlights Marquez's adaptability and potential for success in future races. With a clear focus on improving grid position, Carchedi remains optimistic about Marquez's prospects and emphasizes his unwavering trust in the 8-time world champion. Acosta humorously recalls Marquez's early career, where he disrupted the status quo by challenging established greats like Valentino Rossi. Drawing parallels between his own overtake and Marquez's past exploits, Acosta acknowledges the thrill of causing a stir and making his mark on the track. He did it with Rossi, and now I've done it. You have to be a nuisance. Stick your head out and cause a stir. It was beautiful. Acosta's witty remark. Acosta's overtake of Marquez was just the beginning of his remarkable journey in MotoGP. At the recent Portimao round, he became the third youngest podium finisher in MotoGP history, solidifying his status as a rising star in the sport. I hope everything stays as beautiful as it is now. I'm having fun and getting paid for what I do. What more could I want? Acosta's perspective on his success. Acosta reflects on his journey from being a Moto2 champion to making his mark in MotoGP. Despite facing challenges and changes in his career, he acknowledges his growth and maturity as a rider, emphasizing the importance of learning from setbacks. In the end, I see how much I've changed since I've been in the championship. If I hadn't learned and matured, I would have been kicked out of the championship because my pace of braking bikes wasn't normal. Acosta's reflection on his journey talk by Crash. Pedro Acosta's audacious overtake of Marc Marquez symbolizes his fearless approach to racing and his determination to make an impact in MotoGP. As he continues to impress on the track, Acosta's journey promises to be filled with excitement and success, captivating fans and enthusiasts alike. Ducati considers re-evaluating its bike allocation strategy for the 2025 MotoGP season, raising the possibility of granting only one factory-spec bike to Pramac. This move could impact the team's competitive edge, as fellow satellite teams Gresini and VR46 vie for a share of the latest Desmosedici machines. The prospect of Pramac losing one of its latest spec bikes has reportedly caused friction within Ducati, sparking negotiations between the manufacturer and the satellite team. Despite Pramac's recent successes, including Jorge Martin's title contention, tensions persist as Ducati explores alternative partnerships with VR46 and Gresini. The announcement of Moto2 star Fermin Algarve's future with Ducati adds another layer of complexity to the situation. While Algarve anticipates joining Pramac, uncertainty looms over his placement amidst ongoing negotiations and the possibility of a revised bike allocation strategy. As negotiations between Ducati and Pramac continue, the MotoGP landscape faces uncertainty over satellite team dynamics and bike allocation for the 2025 season. With the fate of Pramac's factory-spec bikes hanging in the balance and the potential reconfiguration of MotoGP's satellite lineup, fans await the resolution of these discussions with keen interest. Stay tuned for further updates on the evolving negotiations and their impact on MotoGP's satellite teams. And this has been your insight into the friction within Ducati and its implications for MotoGP's future. Carmelo Ezpeleta, CEO of Dorna, addressed inquiries regarding the future of grid girls in MotoGP, asserting that any attempt to ban umbrella girls would be seen as a gesture against women's freedom rather than in their favor. This stance aligns with MotoGP's commitment to inclusivity and individual choice. I think it's a matter of freedom. We can't tell anyone that they can't be there. Banning umbrella girls, I think, would be a gesture against women, not in their favor, Ezpeleta stated. While F1 discontinued the use of grid girls, citing a misalignment with brand values and societal norms, MotoGP's decision underscores a different perspective, prioritizing individual freedom and inclusivity. The contrasting approaches highlight the diversity of opinions within the motorsport community regarding the role of grid girls. This custom does not resonate with our brand values and clearly is at odds with modern-day societal norms. The decision by MotoGP stands in contrast to F1's announcement in 2018, where they stated, former grid girl Melissa James expressed her enjoyment of the role, highlighting the unique opportunities it provided for engagement with fans and promotion of brands. Her perspective sheds light on the multifaceted nature of the grid girl role beyond mere aesthetics, emphasizing the role as saleswomen and brand ambassadors. You're not just standing there on the concrete. You're meeting fans, you're posing with photos. Saying that we're just a pretty face is absolutely ludicrous. We're saleswomen at the end of the day. Melissa James shared her experience, stating by Crash. For now, Dorna's decision affirms the continuation of the tradition of grid girls in MotoGP, emphasizing individual freedom and the multifaceted nature of the role. As the motorsport landscape evolves, discussions surrounding the presence of grid girls will likely persist, reflecting broader societal attitudes towards gender representation in sport. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.